No. No, no weird things, that's what I meant. I wasn't going down the dark and cold corridor.
No, I have my annual request from one of my constituents about making sure the restrooms in Swenson Park are open for the massage.
Yep. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. It'll be so great.
All
And
right.
as we age, we get more grateful.
All right.
I don't know what it's like under your part of the city. It's inadequate capacity, shall we say.
Still got to walk in.
Well,
I'll take it. More than it's like, whatever.
I know.
What? But why is only 10 people?
I know, we're like, great, fantastic.
I don't know, I think I like the stalker discussion better.
That's really not a lot of interesting places.
let's just say bills.
Okay.
I try to change it, but I always
Call this meeting to order and ask for you to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance if you are able. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, and welcome to the City Council meeting of Lindsborg, Kansas for April the 7th, 2025. It is good to see everybody here on this early spring day that hopefully is going to turn into many more spring days. Our next item on in the order of business is public input. Do we have anyone sign up for public input this year? Thank you. Item number 4. Madam Administrator, do we have any amendments to the agenda?
We do not.
Thank you. Item number 5, the mayor's report. And, it seems like April and May is always, there's a lot of items going on, and we'll cover several this evening. First of all, April is Fair Housing Month and Volunteer Appreciation Month. And we appreciate our volunteers in our city and all of those who make up our boards and committees. But the Fair Housing Month, we do have a proclamation, and that will be on the website. I will read a couple relevant parts of that. Whereas the Fair Housing Act, enacted on April 11th, 1968, enshrined into federal law the goal of eliminating racial segregation and ending housing discrimination in the United States. And whereas the City of Lindsborg is committed to the mission and intent of Congress to provide fair and equal housing opportunities for all. Now therefore I, Clark Schultz, Mayor of the City of Lindsborg, do hereby proclaim April 2025 as Fair Housing Month. And I set my hand and cause the Great Seal of the City of Lindsborg to be affixed on this proclamation. Secondly, we have a proclamation for the Week of the Young Child. The National Association for the Education of Young Children is celebrating the Week of the Young Child April 5th through 11th, 2025. Based on the latest research on brain development and how children learn, and what we know about the return on investments in young children, we fully support the need for access to high-quality early care and educational services. Now therefore, I, Clark Schultz, Mayor of the City of Lindsborg, do hereby proclaim April 5th through 11th as the Week of the Young Child in the City of Lindsborg, Kansas, and I hereunto set my hand and caused the Great Seal of the City of Lindsborg to be affixed on today's date. That would be online as well. I want to mention the Lindsborg Child Development Center, which is just such an incredible place, and we are very fortunate and blessed to have that center in our city. And we also want to thank all of those who have private child care available in our community and in our county. We thank them for the great job that they do every single day in taking care of our children. Next, it is National Library Week, April 6th through the 12th. And for us here in Lindsborg, the construction has started on the expansion of the library. And so far, so good. It's going to be a wonderful facility. And I'm just proud of our library board, Friends of the Library, all the patrons, and then, of course, all of the employees, and Susanna Swinson, our librarian, who has just done a wonderful job through not only this, but through running the library in its entirety. So we thank all of them and all of you for that help and for the great results. It is Line Worker Appreciation Day on the 18th of April. I want to recognize Rod, Ethan, and Matt. I don't think I need to tell anybody how important that job is. And many times they have to do work in very uncomfortable circumstances, so we thank all of them as well. It's also National Public Health Week, an important time when we think about our health and what we can do as a city to and a community to help people live healthier lives. Since our last meeting, we had waffle docket. Close enough, Polly? And what a wonderful event that was. Hope that you all got out and had fun. It was the weekend after our last meeting, but I just wanted to say that every time those type of events and all events, we see one of our own, Councilmember Presley. He was there, he was entertaining the crowd and just doing a superb job as always in everything he does. And, John, we appreciate you very much, and we thank you for all your efforts in this city, and also know that we all know that we all miss Margaret, and wish she was, your life partner was right there alongside with you. Last Thursday we had the League of Municipalities met at the Sunstrom Conference Center, and as always, we can be very proud of that facility. It did a nice job. I want to thank Christy and Roxy for their part in getting that meeting here, and Holly for the great job, and Lisa in the facilities, and Councilmember Peterson was there representing the City Council. So great job, all of that. This weekend on the 11th, on Friday, Bach's the Passion according to St. Matthew, and on Sunday, 4:13, Handel's Messiah. The Bach is at 7:30 on Friday. Messiah is 3 o'clock on Sunday. All reports are that it's going to be a fantastic, both of those renditions, which should not come as a surprise to us that is the case. So if you haven't already got your tickets, we suggest that you attend those items. Well worth it. Lastly, I'll ask our city administrator if I've forgotten anything, let me know. But lastly, the search for our new city administrator. I don't think we've gotten 20, but we're bumping up to that, aren't we, Roxy? Kind of, applications close. So, and I just will tell you that they're very, these are very good. These are not like they're- they've got experience and credentials, and so we're going to whittle that down some. I'll be calling on the council members for your both your input and smaller groups as we begin talking to them, and then we'll, of course, eventually get that down to a very manageable number, where they'll be invited to come to the city and meet with all of you, and also have some staff representation, if not everybody. And so anyway, that is coming up, going very well. So look forward to that. Because as I noted today when I talked to our city administrator, this is our next to last meeting. It just sounds impossible. Our boss is their game, and she'll be doing good work for the entire state. So I think that covers everything.
Can I throw one in?
Oh my goodness, yes.
You mentioned Bach and Handel. In the middle is a very special event called Chalk the Bach.
Yes.
And David Zinn is an artist who is renowned everywhere, has millions of followers on social media for his chalk art. And he will be all over town starting on Thursday. We have 65 competitors signed up to Chalk the Bach for prizes. And that'll be between the Lincoln entrance to the trail and the Bethany College intersection there. So along that section of the trail. So Holly has done a fantastic job, and Noah and Lauren have been helping with that, and it's going to be very exciting. And he'll be downtown, he'll be on the trail, lots of people in town for that event, lots of social media buzz I'm anticipating over the weekend for his millions of followers to see Lindsborg. So come out if you can participate.
Thank you to our administrator. She is absolutely correct. Part of the problem is there's so many things. That's an important one, though, and I want to mention it, so thank you for that. There are just a lot of things going on. Okay, well, we will now turn our attention to item number 6, which is the consent agenda. The consent agenda are items that are routine. They're enacted by one motion. There'll be no separate discussion unless a council member so requests. There are 4 items this evening. Item A is the approval of the minutes for our regular meeting March 17th, 2025. Item B is the payroll ordinance number 5528. Item C, purchase order ordinance number 5529. And item D, Axon body-worn cameras invoice. And council, the reason that item D is on the consent agenda, and could be pulled by any one of you, is that is a 5-year contract, and this is merely paying for that this year. So that's why that is. The contract has already been ratified by you. So with that, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda. So
Second.
we have a motion and a second. Are there questions on the motion? Seeing no questions, we'll have our city clerk call roll, please.
Councilmember Peterson?
Yes.
Vanderway?
Yes.
Swanson?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Bruce?
Yes.
Kegel?
Yes.
Presley?
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you, council. Thank you, Roxy. Madam Administrator, do we have any appointments this evening?
Did you not, Mayor?
Thank you. We'll now turn our attention to item 8, committee reports, and item A is the golf board. And Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
Hello.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to give a short update regarding the golf course. We had budgeted $16,000 for golf carts, if you'll remember. And that was before I kind of started talking to Kansas Golf and Turf and Yamaha and deciding that we wanted to do the GPS screens on our golf carts, which City Council approved. So because of that, we had budgeted the 16. Because we went with the GPS option, it put us at about $19,000 a year. So I used the opportunity for those GPS screens to get some advertisement monies to come in and make up that difference. So I just wanted to update you that we did have 11 sponsors, and it came in at a total of $4,350. So we were able to make up that difference and then some a little bit. So that was great. And thank you to our sponsors, all local businesses that support the golf course. So we're happy about that. I also wanted to just extend to each of you, we have a golf course season kickoff kind of barbecue. We do burgers and hot dogs. And we'll do that on Sunday, May 4th from 5 to 7. It's for all of our members, but I would invite you and your families to come out as well. And we just do it up at the clubhouse, just there at the grill. So you're more than welcome to come out. Again, that's Sunday, May 4th from 5 to 7. And then just to give you an update on our memberships, we're sitting at about 118 right now. And it just keeps growing every day. Last year we were at about 130. So I anticipate exceeding that this year. And then we have about 8 people on our wait list for golf cart stall storage. So there hasn't been a lot of movement, which is a good thing because that means we have members who renewed, but I know that's not a good thing for the ones that are on the wait list, but that's just the way it is. So just a short update. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them, but that's all I have.
Questions for Lauren? Lauren, I have a question. What happened to that very cute partner you just had with you a few minutes ago?
I have my little, almost 2-year-old son. Elena is watching over in Kristen's office. I'm surprised he's not running down the hallways. She must be doing a pretty good job.
That would be fine. That would add something to the
Yeah.
evening. So thank you, Lauren. We'll now turn our attention to item 9. Do we have any old business this evening?
We do not.
Thank you. Item number 10, new business. We have 3 items. The first item is the Peterson water rights lease, and I will ask our city administrator to fill us in on that.
Thank you, Mayor. Since 2016, the city of Lindsborg has been leasing 150 acre-feet of water rights to the Dorothy Peterson Trust, and that is Mike Peterson, for those who know Mike. And so we have been suspending the municipal use of water right file 36001 through December 31st, 2026. So they were issued a 10-year term permit, so that was 2 5-year terms from the Kansas Division of Water Resources, or KDWR, to irrigate 130 acres of land. And that has yielded us recently, because we recently updated the price per acre feet, that yields about $9,230 annually in revenue to the city for those water rights. The payment is reviewed annually and it's calculated using a formula that's agreed to by both parties. The land parcel related to that permit and the water rights are being sold to a new owner, Greg Peterson, who's here with us this evening. This made it very easy because all of the paperwork just stays Peterson, so it works out very well. But with the sale comes the request for the city to transfer that water right and the term permit from the Dorothy Peterson Trust, from Mike Peterson as the overseer, to Greg Peterson as the new owner. So in order to do that, we reached out to KDWR, and Greg's been working with us to talk to Kelly Stewart, who is the water commissioner. They are willing to extend the term permit to him, or allow it to continue through him through December 31st of 2026, which was the original termination date of that permit. Upon that date, Greg and the city will have to renegotiate those terms. The term permit could then be extended by the KDWR for another term permit, as long as there is an agreement in place between the city and the landowner. So Greg and I have visited, and if he decides after 2026 to extend and would like that term permit again, he will have to apply through KDWR. It doesn't have to be for the full 150 acre feet. If he wishes to pull it down to 100 acre feet or make any changes, it can be done at that time. But through December 31st, 2026, all the same principles are in place for that contract that are currently in place for the Dorothy Peterson Trust. So we have had our city attorney review the contract. Greg has reviewed it and has agreed to the terms. and he closes on the sale of the land on April 11th. So this evening, we are seeking a motion to approve the water rights lease agreement with Gregory Peterson with the terms as presented in the contract.
Thank you. Questions for our administrator? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Christy. You heard the recommendation is a motion to approve the water rights lease agreement with Gregory Peterson, one of the Peterson farm brothers. Okay, it doesn't say that. With terms as presented. Is there a motion to that effect?
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. Questions on the motion? Seeing no questions, we'll have our city clerk call roll, please.
Councilmember Leslie,
Yes.
Kegel,
Yes.
Bruce,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
I'm just shocked you don't call my name without my name plate. It just throws me off every
I don't know
time.
how to do it.
Thank you, council. Thank you, the multifaceted, talented Roxy. Okay, so motion passes. And we'll move on to item B, which is the Bethany College water contract. Tonight's water night.
It is water night. This is all very close to my heart. This was something that I did a lot in Arizona, so I love talking about water. So, may I proceed, Mayor? I'm sorry. you
Yes,
didn't
please.
introduce that item, but-
Please.
So, similarly to the lease with Mr. Peterson, the city owns and operates a municipal water utility. And we produce an adequate supply of treated water, and that's been approved by the KDHE for domestic use. The college operates and maintains a campus irrigation system, and that source of water from the city is cost prohibitive for irrigation purposes. So we allow them to tap into the transmission line from the city's existing well number 8 that connects with the campus irrigation system so that that way they can use raw water for the sports complex. So the college agrees that the water received from the city shall be used only for the irrigation purposes of the sports complex. And the college further agrees that the water received from the city shall not be sold or used for other purposes beyond that irrigation. The contract that we have in place for the raw water between the city and the college actually terminated in late 2024. That was unintentional. It's just one of those things that with the transition of folks at the college and here and Chris leaving and all the things going on, the date just kind of slipped by us. So that was unintentional, and the terms of the prior contract have been in place and continued until now when we have had the opportunity to review that contract. I met with President Steve Ekman a few weeks ago. We discussed this. We went through the contract. Our city attorney has also reviewed this, and we realized that the contract that was in place, the college was paying $1.52. The agenda report says $1.56. That's my mistake. They have been paying $1.52 per 1,000 gallons for that 10-year water contract that we had in place with them that ended in 2024. In that contract, it stated that the price would increase incrementally in the same proportion as our other commercial users would pay for water. However, over the 10 years, the increase did not occur. So David did some calculations, and we determined over the course of that 10-year period the amount that the contract should be increased to. However, we did back off from that a little bit because it didn't seem right to give them such a big jump. So because that was our mistake, we did not increase it over the 10 years the way we should have. We came down just a little bit, and we agreed to a rate change to $1.72 per 1,000 gallons. President Ekman was fine with that change and has already actually signed the contract that you're looking at tonight. So my recommendation is a motion to approve the Bethany College water contract as presented.
Thank you. Questions for our city administrator? Councilmember Peterson?
You had mentioned that's for the sports complex. Where do they get their water for the rest of the campus? So this is just for, this doesn't include the
No,
rest of the campus?
no, they receive municipal water just like all of the other customers for treated water. This is untreated raw water that's used specifically for irrigation of the sports fields from that well number 8.
But I think to be clear, so the other irrigation on campus though uses city water?
Yes. Correct, Denny?
I couldn't hear the question.
Other irrigation on the campus, not for the sports fields, is city water,
City treated water?
city treated water.
All the ball fields are ran off of, well, from well 8.
But otherwise,
Yeah.
like at Presser Hall and other areas, is that city water?
That would be city water, any of that would be city water.
Further questions?
So the contract expired in 2024, and so this will be another 10-year contract, is that right?
Correct.
And what do we have in place so that we don't have this slippage and oversight on the renewal then, or the increase annually?
We have David monitoring that now.
Okay.
That'd be an outlook reminder.
Further questions, council? Seeing no further questions, the recommendation is a motion to approve the Bethany College water contract as presented. Is there a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion, a second. Are there questions on the motion? Seeing no questions, we'll have our city clerk call roll, please.
Councilmembers Leander, yes. Swanson,
Yes.
Presley,
Yes.
Eagle,
Yes.
Bruce,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you, council. Thank you, Roxy. The next item of business is the Stryker ambulance lift. And for that, I will recognize our police chief. Police Chief Terry Reed. Welcome, Chief.
Mayor, Council, I come before you today because back in January of 2023, we did a remount of our ambulance there where we put our box onto a new chassis. And while we did that, we purchased a Stryker Power Load cot, our system to load it, plus the upgrade to the cot itself so that the truck basically loads the cot instead of the personnel doing it. And then it takes away from personnel having to load the cot, risk of injury, but it's also helps with patients' safety. But in 2024, we wanted to upgrade the cot for our other ambulance, so we requested a grant through the Patterson Foundation, but we did not get that grant. So tonight I'm here asking for a motion to approve the purchase of a power load cot. I got a bid from Stryker, which was right at what we had budgeted, was $34,000, $119.29. But if we purchase it through AMR, because of that purchasing power, we can get the cot for $24,595, $45, so about $10,000 saving because of the purchasing power that we don't have. So I just asked for a motion to approve the purchase of the Stryker load cot. And as I was looking at this, I did not add the installation because Stryker and AMR do not install these. So there is a $1,400 charge to install it. From Casey Stevenson, who works for Salina Fire. He does all of Stryker's installs in this area. So.
Thank you, Chief. Questions for the police chief?
Just a quick one. I think it's great we're getting one. The thing I have a question on is talk about the need for a second one to reduce overuse and wear of the first system. I guess my question would be, how long do these things typically last?
I really don't have an answer for that because, like I said, we just put this one into use last fall when the ambulance was finally done. But I can tell you that they use that cot when they know that they're going on a bariatric patient because of the cot will load without them having to lift the cot. So, and we've had Casey Stevenson from Salina Fire come out and he's checked that one and went over it because there was some issues with it on the track, but he also services them and came out and serviced it, and it's working fine. I don't know the life expectancy of it, but I do know that it is very beneficial for our EMS that are using it.
We do know that if they have a choice between ambulances in the bay, they will choose the one with the striker lift system to go on a run. So by putting this in the second one, it balances out the use so that they're not relying more heavily on one ambulance than the other, so that they can just quickly get in either one and go. And that's part of the balance.
So the whole ambulance, not just
Correct.
the lift, okay, I was
Correct.
worried about the lift. Yes.
Other questions?
Yes, the only question I have, if this doesn't include the installation, do we need to amend the amount in the, probably in the motion?
Yes. So
To
before
include another,
1,400 for installation, is that correct?
Yes.
But it was the savings.
It's still a savings.
Nice.
Yeah, it's still a great savings.
Do we need to have that approximately, or can, not to exceed 1,500, or is that okay? Is it exactly?
That's the exact amount that he provided for me.
Okay.
Was from Casey.
Okay, great, thank
And he'll come and actually pick it up. He has a shop in this area, so he'll pick it up, take it to this area, install it, and bring it back. He said it takes about 2 hours.
Okay, any further questions? Seeing no questions, thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you for your work in that.
Thanks.
Council, you've heard the recommendation. It's a motion to approve the purchase of a striker power load system for our second ambulance from AMR in the amount of $24,595.45 for the purchase of the load system and $1,400 for installation. Is there a motion?
Yes.
second.
You have a motion and a second.
Second, I'm sorry.
We have a motion and a second and a third. And any questions on the motion? Seeing no questions, we'll ask our city clerk to call roll, please.
Councilmember Smith.
Yes.
Bruce.
Yes.
Siebel.
Yes?
Presley.
Yes.
Watson.
Yes.
Vanderway.
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you, council. Thank you, Roxy. And again, thank you, Chief Reed, for all of your work, as well as our administrator who put time in that worthwhile addition to our ambulance. With that, council, we'll turn our attention to item 11. I don't believe there's a need for executive session this evening. We'll go to item 12. Is there other business to come before us at this time? Council, I want to make note that our communications director, Marcus Petty, who is sitting here today in the back, is going to be leaving us, and he has found a great job, and we wish him the best and thank him for all the service that he has done since his time here in Lindsborg, and his abilities and talents have been quite noticed, and we miss him. So thank you, Marcus, for this back. Let's go. And that, council, item 13, adjournment. And I'm looking over in this direction.
So moved.
All in favor?
I got that.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. We are adjourned. Thank you, council.